This is my version of the night before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas. All the ponies had been fed. I was trying to choke down a few beans before bed. But my old belly was churning. They just wouldn't sit well. It was going to be a long night, I could tell. Because in my string of horses, there was one called St. Nick. And thinking about riding him sometimes made me sick. Old Flipper had come in with a front-legged dragon last fall during shipping when we was out on the wagon. St. Nick was an extra in outfits for Muda. And every time you got on him, he'd give a gift to you. That gift was a bronc riding, and I don't mean no hopping. He was sin-covered lightning that'd get your ears to popping. Well, St. Nick liked to buck, but that wasn't all. He'd kick you and bite you, and he's sure bad to paw. But the boss cut him to me. That's just part of the deal. Old Flipper got turned out for the winter to heal. I thought it was kind of funny. It was St. Nick's turn to go with me Christmas morning checking heifers in the snow. So I laid in my bedroll with the fireplace a-cracking. Had some terrible nightmares about my poor neck a-snapping. I woke up at midnight, again at 2:30. Thought I'll go saddle St. Nick up a little early. I'll set him to soak with them cinches pulled tight. Come daybreak, that'll help take out some of the fight. Well, I got him saddled out there in the dark. It was kind of like hand-feeding breadcrumbs to a shark. I came back inside to wipe the blood off my head and see how much of my white shirt turned red. I laid down again. Maybe now I could rest. He was still going to try me, but maybe not with his best. I just closed my eyes when I heard such a racket. I stumbled out of bed, put on my denim jacket. I got to thinking, maybe it's time I quit punching cattle. He's probably flipped over and tore up my saddle. Well, as I walked to the barn, the moon lit the stage, and the icicles shone bright on the high desert sage. Out there in a big pen on a fresh carpet of white, my eyes took in the most amazing wild sight. St. Nick was making a wild, crooked leap, with a pot-bellied feller sitting up there in the seat. Well, he throwed him his head with one hand in the air, and St. Nick touched the ground, growled like a bear. I tell you, in my life, boys, I sure seen some rides, but I thought that critter would buck out of his hide. He'd jump sideways while he chewed on a foot, while the red fuzzy jacket popped out chimney soot. He'd show you his belly and stand on his head. I noticed the fat feller's cheeks turning red. Well, St. Nick finally winded, throwed his head up, started licking his lips like an old gentle pup. The fat feller got down to hand me the reins. I noticed in his mouth a broken candy cane. Well, that's when it hit me. My mind started to click. I'd just watched St. Nick, right old St. Nick. Then I noticed his team and his little red sleigh. His reindeers was hobbled eating some of my hay. He says, "Merry Christmas. I hope that present will do. I knocked some of the rough off that old pony for you." Then he buttoned his jacket, limped on away, unhobbled his reindeers, and climbed in his sleigh. And I heard him exclaim as he headed her back north, "I ain't never seen nothing buck like that horse." Merry Christmas.